Danuta Kaczmarska had lived in this country for over 20 years and was a successful GP in Birmingham. 4 weeks ago, she was murdered in her own home, and the police now feel that even her closest friends perhaps might not have known everything about the doctor. Our reconstruction starts in Hall Green in Birmingham.
It's 9 o'clock at night on January the 22nd. Paul Kernich, a keen amateur photographer, lives just a few houses down the road from Dr. Kaczmarska. When smoke started creeping into his living room, he thought his house was on fire. It wasn't, but his phone call led to an extraordinary police investigation.
Fire brigade, please.
Dr. Danuta Kaczmarska owned 2 surgeries in Birmingham, dividing her time between them. Some patients had trouble pronouncing her name, so she settled for Dr. K.
Morning, Irene.
Morning, Dr. K.
All right?
Yes, thanks. You?
Her personal life is something of a mystery. Police do know she contacted at least one man through his advertisement in a Lonely Hearts column. They met at the Robin Hood pub near her home.
Dear Box 9199, I am a university graduate in a full-time profession within your specified age group. Interested in people, travel, reading, eating, and drinking, but not in sport. A smoker, solvent, without any ties, bored and fed up at times. If you wish, you may contact me by ringing the following number and asking for Kate.
You live on your own then?
Yes. I used to live with a friend for some years, but there was a terrible accident. He died in a fire.
Well, that sounds awful, Kate. I may call you Kate.
Well, I have to tell you, that's not my real name. I put Kate to answer your advertisement, but my name is Danuta. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Here's to the real lady, Danuta.
And to you.
This man has already provided detectives with invaluable information. And perhaps Danuta met other men through magazine or newspaper advertisements. If you met her under the name Kate or any other name, you too might help the police to piece together her story.
And now, Madame, we must part.
Oh.
An old Polish custom, I believe.
Oh, very good. Very good. Good night.
Good night.
No. No. Anyway, I'm off to London at the weekend, so I'll phone you when I get back.
January the 21st, the night before her death, and a relaxed phone call to a Polish friend.
Do widzenia, pa.
Police have now established that she'd applied to join a computer dating agency under another name, Diane Ansell, but she never posted that form. The following day, Wednesday, January the 22nd, Danuta went to her local supermarket on the Stratford Road, 4 minutes' walk from her home.
Oh, hello, Sandra. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Dr. K. How are you?
I'm fine. And the family, how are they, the children?
Yes, they're all right.
Oh, it's cold, isn't it?
Freezing. What's all this food in your bag?
Oh, I have a friend coming to dinner this evening, a patient and a friend, really. And I thought something interesting would be the thing to do. I got all these vegetables and so forth. I hope they like this kind of thing.
If you have a bottle of wine, they won't notice what they're eating.
No, that's true. Oh, I'm in a hurry. I must go, Sandra.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you. I will.
But that dinner was never to be. Did Dr. K meet anyone else on her way home to Coniston Close? Someone could have gone back to the house with her. We do know she phoned her surgery at 1:30 to check if she was needed that afternoon.
Hello? It's me, Irene. Are there any messages for me? Oh, good. I am just busy chopping up some lovely vegetables for dinner tonight. No, I enjoy doing it. All right, then. I'll see you tomorrow, then. Bye.
At 3 o'clock, she was back at that same supermarket buying a bottle of red wine. The cashier, Helen Mills, has a good reason to remember her visit.
Any cigarettes?
No, thank you.
2.25, please.
Here we are.
Thank
Oh, the other lady, she's not in today.
She is. She's helping out on a different department at the moment.
Jeez.
You
Is
change.
she still suffering with her cough?
She is, I'm afraid, yes.
Well, I've got her these tablets. Tell her to take one every 4 hours. That should sort her out.
Oh, thank you very much. That's
No
kind of
trouble.
you.
No trouble at all. Goodbye.
Bye.
At 3:30, a neighbour saw Danuta returning to her house. She was alone then, but her murderer must have been nearby, and was almost certainly someone she knew, who was perhaps already in the house. Possibly the last thing she did was to share a bottle of champagne with her killer.
Here we are.
Dr. K was dead within half an hour. She was killed in her kitchen and her body set on fire.
Well, it's such a shocking murder. Detective Superintendent David Speak, you believe it must have been someone she knew, although not the lady who was due for dinner with her that night. It definitely wasn't her. But why do you think it was someone she must have known?
Well, there was no sign of any forced entry to the house, and obviously the person who was allowed into the house was welcomed by the doctor. And in fact, when he left, he double-locked the mortgage lock and took away a key identical to this. In fact, we haven't found that key.
So it seems that he might have known the house quite well if he knew how to lock the house and what keys to use and so on.
Yes, there are indications because of the findings of a file and things like that. That in fact, shortly before her death, she was drinking champagne, which is Sainsbury's pink champagne, which may well have been bought by her murderer, but it's more likely it was bought by a friend or indeed a patient and given to her perhaps for Christmas. Anyone that bought such a bottle for Dr. K or knows of anyone that bought a bottle for her would like them to contact us. And indeed, we believe the murderer took this empty bottle away. And if anyone's found an empty bottle of Sainsbury's champagne abandoned, we'd like them to get in touch.
He also took with him the murder weapon, didn't he, which was an axe, you believe?
Yes, as shown there, it's only about 9 inches in length and quite an unusual axe. We've tried to find one identical and can't do it.
It belonged to her, didn't it?
It belonged to her, and she had it in her kitchen for some time, and again, that's gone, and obviously the murderer has thrown that away somewhere.
So whoever killed her took the keys, the empty bottle of champagne and the axe with him. He must have been quite conspicuous.
One would think so, but what we haven't had is anyone getting in touch of seeing anyone walking from Coniston Close onto the Stratford Road or in Hall Green on that day, and anyone that saw any person walking from that area would like them to contact us.
Perhaps they will tonight. You feel she could have met other men, perhaps through Lonely Hearts columns or Lonely Hearts organisations, like the man we saw in that reconstruction who's helped you a lot. That incidentally was an actor, not the actual man, but you want other people like that to come forward.
Yes, she was an outgoing lady. She met a number of men. Anyone that saw her 6 months prior to her death, perhaps in a club, a pub, a restaurant or a hotel with someone, we urgently need them to contact us.
So anyone who might have seen her with somebody is very important. She's a very memorable lady.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Well, let's hope somebody does come forward. Thank you very much indeed. And the number to ring, if you can help at all, is 01 811 8055. Or if you prefer, you can call Birmingham Police Direct. They're on 2 numbers, 021 772 1065 or 021 772 1033. Just repeat that. That's 021, the code for Birmingham. 772, either 1065 or 1033.